I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it to look this good. So this is a series, a very, very big series, the Mafia series. For anyone who doesn't know what Mafia is like kind of like a competitor to GTA in some ways, you know? It is basically, it's not really like a direct competitor. It's like a completely different storyline and very different feel. But it's like a really cool game. I mean, it's still crime, and it's still like, you know, discussions and you know, heavy narrative and all kinds of stuff with it. So I'm very, very excited. Yeah, old-fashioned gangster game. Very gameplay, very story heavy. Yeah, exactly. Very cool game. I have not finished a Mafia game, but I do have Mafia Remastered, and the remaster is really good. By the way, it's remastered of Mafia 1. Mafia 1 is like a 20-year-old game or something, so, you know, the old version is really jank. The new one is actually pretty good. But the Mafia 2 was a very good game as well, and Mafia 3 was dog, because it was rushed. You know, Mafia Remastered came out after 3, and so it was kind of like a, hey, we still know how to make these games. You know, that's why people are excited for Mafia the Old Country, and this takes place, I think, in Italy. So it's going to be really cool. Let's see it. It's like a prequel to the original Mafia. Thank you, Chess. I appreciate you.
Come in.
Okay.
Bravery is not common in this world, and so loyalty.
Basically, like, where GTA feels like, you know, Heat or, you know, one of those other big shoot-'em-up crime dramas, right? Mafia games feel like, you know, much more like Goodfellas, Godfather, you know, one of these types. That's what this is. So if you're a fan of those types, like, you know, that kind of like feel of movie, feel of crime, this is what Mafia is.
Honor.
Okay.
Obedience.
Okay.
They set the man apart from the rest. You took care of Messina.
This looks
This
good.
matter is not yet resolved. Will you help me bring it to a close? Of course, Tantorisi.
The Dawn. Okay. And this is actual gameplay. Dude, look at these old style cars. I love it. I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it to look this good.
You again.
An old-fashioned knife fight? Ooh, that's clean. That's cool. Okay, August 8th. So we have a launch date as well. That's really, really cool. The gunplay looks heavy and I love it. You know what this game reminds me of? We'll watch it one more time and we'll discuss it now. So what I will say is,
Come in.
first of all, they're very much keeping the narrative. Like, the narrative heavy, like the Mafia games, the story, even if you don't like the gameplay of every single one of the games, because, you know, it's not as smooth as GTA. It's not as broad as GTA. Like, definitely, it's like, you know, a bit of a step backwards in terms of gameplay from the GTA games. But then again, these guys don't have the budget of GTA. It's not a GTA game. The storyline for these games are absolute peak on everything. Holy shit. The story, even in 3, the storyline is good. Like, oh my god. And gameplay footage captured in engine. This is what I want to check. Is it in engine? Cinematics are rendered, and the gameplay footage, so the shooting and you know, the knifing and all that, that is in engine. That's what I want to check. So that's really, really cool. Now, the other really cool thing is it looks good. the animations look clean. And so, like, this is a mix of cinematic. Obviously, you'll go up and then you'll press the X button or whatever. And then this is the animation of stabbing this dude. You probably, like, another X button to throw the knife. There you go. Bam. Pull out your gun, right trigger, or whatever. So, that's obviously, like, in-game. This is obviously rendered because it's in the car. Though, the car driving was pretty good. And I think, like, the old-style cars are cool as hell. I love how the era sets it a bit apart. Oh, yeah, for sure, Ace Roy. This is a prequel, I think, to Mafia 1, even. Yeah, like, this is a straight-up prequel to the entire series. Because I think Mafia 1 is this character, but, like, older. Yeah. Here's what I wanted to showcase. This little segment here, what does it remind you of? If you're a fan of good games, you might know the series made by Remedy called, hell, even Alan Wake has some of them, and, Control has some of them, which are the newer games. But I'm talking about Max fucking Payne. The gameplay here for this entire bar segment, this reminds me of Max Payne. Look at it. Just look at it and think Max Payne. Hiding behind here, perspective change, the over-the-hang shot, the cover mechanics. Very Max Payne. It's like a mix of Max Payne and Red Dead. It's crazy. With the horse. Like, I love that you can ride horses, man. Dude, riding cars, obviously more useful, but, era as well. It makes sense to ride horses. But also, riding horses are fucking cool, bro. Like, they're really, really cool. You really do feel like a desperado, man. Like, this is dope. Riding cars. You know what I mean? Driving cars. Yeah. Driving horses and riding cars.
You again.
It looks like this knife fight, by the way, will look a little and work a little similar to how the knife fight worked in Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's what I'm assuming. Because that was like, very similar feel of, like, action versus animation. And, like, it would jump from the QuickTime event to the animation occurring back to the QuickTime event over and over and over again. And you were like, how is this going to work? And it worked out really, really well. Resident Evil 4 and OG and Remake are, like, some of the best games in class. Like, they're really, really good. So this is what that reminds me of. And that's a good thing. Because, like, dude, those are such good games. This knife fight looks dirty, by the way, man. I love that, like, this is, like, gritty. Like, one of the things I really like about Mafia is, Max Payne, sure, with the gameplay, the cover mechanics, and all that, but also the grittiness. Like, one of the reasons Max Payne is so beloved is because Max Payne is a gritty fucking game. It's a dark storyline. It's dealing with, like, human trafficking and drugs and, horrific situations. And, you're in, like, a dingy love hotel for one situation, like, where obvious prostitution is occurring and stuff. Like, it is super mature, ultra mature. Like, you're literally, you have levels where you're running along a trail of blood in a dream sequence while you're hearing your dying baby's cries for help. Absolute fucking peak. Like, dark as shit. And Mafia games, the narrative is dark as shit. Like, dude, it is. I mean, granted, Grand Theft Auto is as well, but this is like a bit less fantastical. Like, it is a lot more grounded than Grand Theft Auto, in my opinion, ever was. And I love Grand Theft Auto. There's no diss on Grand Theft Auto. Red Dead Mafia, Uncharted 2, Origins Remastered. But you know what? I'm here for it, man. It looks great. It looks great. I'm so excited. Just when they thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Yeah, that's a great original movie code. I just want to see what everyone else thought. They're dedicated to the old country settings. This looks great. Mr. Drake, yes. Mr. Morgan sends his regards. There's some Uncharted feel in here, but I think that's a good thing. Absolutely. Bad memories of Mafia 1? Well, the remaster had better racing. Let's see. Flashbacks intensify. Hey, I liked the driving, okay? Like, I know it was a maybe not the best thing, but like, yeah, I really like it. I really like it. 2 trailers from Legendary Games? Yeah, exactly. Dude, I'm really excited, man. I think this is gonna be super cool. I think this is gonna be super dope. And people seem pretty positive about it. Like 49,000 likes, 1.31 million views. That's like really good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. But yeah, I mean, this is like also the other big news. By the way, not only do we have a date, so the date it comes out is August 8th. So it is definitely coming out this year. There it is, August 8th. Not only do we have the date, we also have the price. $50. So what we're seeing is another example of a game company looking at all of the overpriced, bloated situation we have in gaming, where we have $70, $80, now $90 games. And, in order to hit that market, we have a $50 game, another one, just like Expedition 33, just like, Oblivion Remastered, just like all these other fantastic great games, right? Another game below MSRP. And also, rumor has it, by the way, this is not, confirmed, this is just what I've heard on the gaming grapevine, that Mafia, one of the big issues with the original Mafia game, Mafia Remastered, Mafia 2, Mafia 3, it was limited because it was a smaller team, and you couldn't compete with, the open world nature of GTA, but the Mafia games still tried. So the Mafia games are strongest when they're dealing with the narrative, when they're dealing with the gritty story, when they're dealing with the really cool set pieces that they were able to create, right? And the Mafia games kind of, fell apart a little bit, even the really good ones, whenever you were dealing with, like, the territory mechanic and the collectathon feel and the open world stuff. And these games were made during a time where, like, the open world stuff was like what really people were hunting for. They were trying to compete with the GTAs. You had to have, like, every fucking game had to be some massive open world game, right? Mafia Old Country, I've heard it on good authority from, insider sources and stuff like that, that they are trying to make Mafia Old Country as a much more linear game. So they're going to avoid the pitfalls of what they ran across before with Mafia 3, Mafia 2, Mafia 1. Even the remaster had some issues with the open world stuff, even though it did better than most. But it's not going to be an open world game. This is just rumor, speculation, but it's not going to be open world. And as a result, that is why they're pricing it at $50. It's going to be a much more linear game. You're going to go through an actual story. You're not going to have to deal with collectathon bullshit. Which is, again, another similarity to Uncharted. Another similarity to Max Payne. Those are some of the best games. And they're not open world. Not every game needs to be fucking open world. If a game company has proven that they do really well with certain things, but when it comes to open world stuff, it gets a little wonky, don't do open world anymore. And it looks like they learned that lesson. So I think this is a really good thing. And when you price your game at below MSRP, below the normal price of $70 base price, right? That means, so in $50 instead of $70, that means you can get away with a shorter game. That means you can get away with a more linear game. Your game doesn't have to have everything in it. It just has to do what it's setting out to do very well and just be a good fucking game. They wanted this one to revolve around the start of Mafia. Correct. Yeah, exactly. That's how I always saw Mafia, Ace Roy says. Seems like the more grounded and believable gameplay, whereas GTA was more over-the-top action movie. Exactly. And, like, hey, man, for me, like, it's so weird to see, like, some people upset. Because, like, you'll go into the comment, of course, it's Twitter. Some people are going to be upset, right? And, like, I've seen some comparisons to, like, why would I ever play this when I'm playing GTA? First of all, this is coming out in August. Second of all, it's half the price. GTA, in my opinion, is going to be $100 base price. Third of all, there's a lot of people that are like, oh man, apple pie is better than cherry pie. And then there's like a lot of people that are very happy in their lives, like me, and we just say, whoa, 2 pies. And then you can eat 2 pies. This is gonna be great. More pies for us. So that's how I see it. I'm really excited to see Mafia succeed, and I'm really excited to see GTA succeed for that very reason. Forgot to add the duration. Oh, no worries, Draken. Yeah. But for the middle ground to open world anyways, not necessarily the best example. System Shock with areas to explore, not linear, but not full on open world. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like, I like games of all kinds. I like full on open worlds. I like, you know, the middle ground that you're talking about. Like a great example of middle ground is Deus Ex, Human Revolution. One of the best rated games of all time, in my opinion. It's like maybe, I would say it's easily in my top 50. Human Revolution is so fucking good. And it had some like open world-ish feel. Like the stages were pretty open, but it wasn't fully open world. Like you can go to every fucking building. You could not go to the majority of buildings. You could only go to like various set pieces that they handcrafted. And yeah, immersive sims. Yeah, exactly. And Deus Ex Human Revolution is a great example of a game that has a good scope. It's not really open world, but it still gives you the feel of being able to do things like you would be able to do in an open world. And as a result, they were able to really put in the good detail in Human Revolution for every single aspect of the game. And it's just so good. Dude, if you're watching this and you don't know what Human Revolution is, look up Deus Ex Human Revolution. It is one of the best games ever made. It's just one of the best games. But yeah, you named one of the most well-known immersive sims ever. Well, to be fair, Human Revolution was made when? Wow. A decade and a half ago? Dude, the Zoomers weren't even born, Aceroy. The Zoomers were not even born when Human Revolutions came out, bro. we have 2 generations of gamers, Aceroy, that have no idea what Deus Ex is. I'm not trying to make you feel old. I'm just saying. In fact, Deus Ex was the first game officially to use that genre as a term. Yeah. You mean the original Deus Ex? The conspiracy? What is it called? Oh, fuck. I think it was just called Deus Ex the Conspiracy, right? But yeah, no, I grew up on that game, dude. I grew up on that game. I mean, like, I've loved space. I've loved sci-fi. I've loved dark, dank mechanics. I've loved, like, you know, extremely grungy, open choice games all the way from the beginning, man. All the way. I grew up on MUDs. Oh my god, dude. Immersive sims are like some of my favorite fucking games. And you know, the original Deus Ex is peak for a lot of people. Personally, I think, like, if you go back, you can buy Deus Ex right now on Steam. You can buy the original Deus Ex for like $10 or something. Where's the first one? Invisible Wars number 2. That was on the Xbox 360, and it was very bad. It was very, very bad. I still loved it. I still played the shit out of it. Here it is. Deus Ex Game of the Year version. $7 for one of the most immersive, one of the most unique games ever made. Literally, this game created a genre. But if you look at it, it looks jank as fuck. You're like, wow, Cap, how could you play this game? Well, keep in mind, this game came out like 25 years ago, okay? Like, this is an old fucking game. But, like, even as an old fucking game, the level of choice that you have, the level of narrative in this game, everything in this game is just so crazy. Original Deus Ex, Retro Tag? I mean, hey, maybe we'll go back and replay it. I have it. I've played the entire game, like, I played the entire series, like, maybe 4 times. Actually, that's not true. I never finished Mankind Divided. I've never finished Mankind Divided. So, yeah. I don't know about Mankind Divided. I know that game came out in an unfinished state, which is very sad. I remember I bought Mankind Divided. Dude, I bought Mankind Divided, and obviously it was way before I started streaming. And my computer was not able to handle it. I would play it, and it would crash. It would run at like 10 FPS. I would play it at 10 FPS, and it would crash at, you know, like literally in the tutorial mission every fucking time, and I could never get past the tutorial mission. I was so sad. One time I got past the tutorial mission, and I got onto the helicopter where you're like, your character's like talking to people and stuff, and that's where it crashed. And that was like the farthest I ever got. So maybe we do a full Deus Ex run someday. Like, yeah, I would love to do that, man. Those games are so good, man. All of them are good. Mankind Divided was the latest one. Yeah, that was the last one, and I think that was like 2016 or something. Yeah, it was like 2015, 2016. Ace Roy. Peak graphics back then. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Human Revolution, like, we played it on stream a couple of years ago, and we never finished. We were just dicking around. We're just like bored, and we're like, yeah, you know what? Deus Ex is a great game. I want to replay a little bit of that, right? That was basically like how I was. When did I last play it? Was this one? Yeah, here it is. We played it November 2019. I played it. Dude, I played Human Revolution like 15 times, but like I didn't have Steam back then. I literally had the CD for it, bro. So yeah, it's not gonna have the amount of time I played on Steam because I didn't fucking use Steam back then. But yeah, dude, Deus Ex is like so fucking good. You look at Deus Ex Human Revolution right now, it still looks good. Like look at it, man. It still looks good. This was art style. This was fidelity. This was like, you know, some of that secret sauce. Dude, this game is so fucking good. Like, I would recommend, like, that's why I was recommending this game. And as opposed to playing the original Deus Ex. If you like old games, yes, play the original Deus Ex. One of the best games ever made. But the original Deus Ex is it's like playing Morrowind, man. Like you're signing up to play something that's going to be a little jank. It's going to be a little messed up. Like, you know, it's gonna be like the graphics are gonna be quite wonky. It's gonna be running into all those issues, right? And I don't mind those issues, but a lot of people do. Like I won't recommend Deus Ex the original to a Zoomer, but Human Revolution you could recommend to anyone. That's what I mean. Yeah. So, that's my thoughts on Mafia. What do you guys think of Mafia? Let me know what you all think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear your speculations. I would love to hear, have you played the previous Mafia games? Do you like the Mafia games? Do you think it'll compete with GTA? Obviously, nothing's trying to compete with GTA. But do you think $50 is a fair price for a more linear game? I personally, I'm very happy with it. I'm excited. I will definitely play this day one. I think the Mafia feel is really, really cool. And I'm excited to see what they do with this, man. I think they're making all the right moves personally. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And catch you guys in the next video.